Yeah, good afternoon. It's Jim from JAGfx.com. It is Friday, the 19th of June 2020. It's currently 4:57 p.m. here local time in Vietnam. This is a look at my 12-hour high probability charts. The new candle for the 12-hour charts was at 4 p.m., which was 57 minutes ago. There was a bit of trade management. That's about it. What I'll do is I'll run through all of the pairs I'm looking at on the 12-hour charts. There hasn't been a video for at least, I'd say, close to 48 hours, maybe not quite 48 hours, but it's been pretty quiet last couple of days on this time frame. So let's go to the charts and we'll zip through them all and have a look at them. Right, this is Trading View. This is my watch list. This is all the pairs I'm trading on the 12-hour charts. It's a few less than my daily. I've just actually done the daily weekly analysis video. It goes for about 30 minutes if you want to check that out. So anything that's highlighted in blue means I've currently got trades on. Anything no highlight, no trades. Anything in orange is something I'm going to have a look at in this video. I've taken some action today. All right, let's have a look at the charts. This is my high probability setup. Most of you have probably seen my videos. Like I always say, if you can't understand me or English is not your first language or I talk too quick, just pause the video and read my notes. I keep a fair few notes on the charts, as you can see. So we'll just quickly go through it. S1 stands for sequence 1, S2, sequence 2, S3, sequence 3, S4, sequence 4. You get the picture. Where they are marked on the candle is where they actually sequences commence. There can be multiple trades taken on the same candle also. My cells are designated by a vertical dashed red line and a solid red horizontal line. So that's a sell in there. Buys are the blues, so that's the opposite. Now, we've got 3 MAs on the chart. We've got a 240 LMA, 100 EMA, 50 EMA. They're just to give me an idea of trend direction. Like at this stage here, they're heading up and they're spreading. But have a look at price, it's just gone dead set flat. We have lines on the charts. The green ones designate bullish divergence, either confirmed or possibly setting up. Red ones, bearish divergence, either confirmed or possibly setting up. I always try to draw my lines in advance just to give me a bit of a heads up. Blue lines. Generally something of importance or something that's got my attention. In this case, it's a resistance level. Price can't go through. So you can read my notes, how I take my trades. If you see B/E, break even, NA, non-applicable, as hedged. So it means sequence 1, I started with a sell and I finished with a buy, so I'm hedged at the moment. I can't lose anything on that sequence other than the overnight interest rate or the swap rate. Sequence 2 started with a sell and it is also hedged. Sequence 3 started with a sell and it is hedged. Sequence 4 is a buy and it's going nowhere. This pair is just going sideways at the moment, absolutely sideways. Now, this indicator here is probably the most important indicator. It's called the MACD Platinum. It's a zero lag MACD. It just oscillates around the zero level, which is this grey dotted line. Basically, if it's above the zero level, I'm looking to sell. If it's below the zero level, I'm looking to buy. The green and red dots on the price chart are the QMP filter. It's more of an indication than an actual indicator. It's a visual aid. It's a combination of the MACD Platinum and another indicator, which is called the QQE Advanced, which is this one here. I don't need to see it on the chart. So when this indicator and this indicator are in sync with their crosses, it creates these dots on the price chart. Just makes life a little bit easier for me, so I don't have to get my crosshairs out and line things up, etc. All I need to see is where the MACD Platinum is in relation to the zero level. If I've got one of these dots, I know the QQE is also in sync with the MACD Platinum. So you can see my results, profit to date. I've been trading the 12-hour chart since the 3rd of February this year. And profit to date is the individual pair based on a 0.02 lot. So it's not a big position size, so we're doing all right. I'm not sure what the total is. I think it's at the moment we've locked in about 4 and a bit thousand or something. So it's going all right. As I said, you can read my notes. A lot happening as this thing's just going sideways at the moment. So I'm not sure what I'm waiting on. A lot of the Aussie pairs you'll see are going sideways. So let's move on. Oz Swiss took a buy here. You can see, you can read my notes, hidden bullish divergence. There it is there, from there. MACD Platinum's below the zero level. It's below the entry level at the moment, waiting for it to bounce off. Prices come back to the MAs, which is good, what I like to see. It's just going nowhere. Oz New Zealand, sequence 1 is a sell, and if you see the red dotted line underneath it, it's got a buy in place. So I've got a sell, I've already closed half and got a stop in place, so I can't lose on that. Sequence 2 is a buy, sell, second buy. That's why you've got 2 yellow lines on the chart. One is a break even for sequence 2, so you can see that there. And the other one's an overall break even for all trades. So we're just looking to push price up a little bit and push through these yellow lines if possible. My only concern is now the MACD is getting close to zero level and this thing's going a little bit sideways also. Aussie USD, nothing happening. If you see grey trend lines, vertical lines like this, just means something's caught my attention. It's more of a warning signal. There is a green dot on the MACD Platinum below the zero level, so I'm looking to buy. Hasn't been confirmed yet because there's no green QMP filter dot. I'm also starting to draw my trend lines in for possible hidden bullish divergence at this stage. Hasn't been confirmed, but I draw them in. It's just getting ready, so I'm not rushing if a trade does present, it's already there. Green lines like this is just normally a big number. In this case, it's the 70-cent level. It's not quite right. I could probably modify that a little bit to actually be the 70-cent level. It's close enough. So it's just a big round number. You'll see it sometimes. So, all right, no trades on there waiting. CAD Swiss in a buy here, and this thing's going sideways also. So I'm just in a couple of dollars profit or a few pips profit. MACD Platinum's heading up. Price is going nowhere. You can see ugly looking buy trade when you look at the previous candle. Yeah, I think this the buy signal, these dots don't really present until the candle closes. So you take your trade on the open of the next candle. And this was a big bearish candle than the buy. It's always hard. It's always tough taking a buy when there's a big bearish candle gives you a signal. But having said that, it's part of the rules. MACD Platinum's below the zero level. You just got to have faith in the system. I've done plenty of hours on the historical charts. All these trades also are recorded on a shared spreadsheet. I'm not sure if I said that at the beginning of the video. Everyone's got access to that spreadsheet. There's a link to it in the description to the video, so everyone's more than welcome to check that out and have a look at the trades. I basically call these trades pretty well much at the time, so there's no hiding it. I've got a lot of accountability, I guess, on me, but it keeps the pressure on me and keeps me a little bit transparent and a bit honest, and just shows that the method does work. All right, what have we got here? We have got something I can't read. CAD Yen. All right, we've got a sell up here, sequence 1. It's got a stop and place there, so we're sweet there, we're good there. Can't lose anything. Taking a buy here based on hidden bullish divergence there. It's a bit below my entry price at the moment. It's nothing to be concerned about because I've got a partial sell on. My overall break even for both trades is this yellow line here, and because we're net plus 0.01, as long as price remains above that yellow line, I can't lose on both trades, so it's all good. Ideally, I'm looking for this to push up. CAD Yen, no, Swiss Yen, sorry. Ummed about this one. I nearly closed it out before. I'm going to give it one more day. I'm in a sequence from here, sell, hedge buy, second sell, second hedge buy, third sell. It's come down nicely to my break-even level. The MACD Platinum's definitely through the zero level. We've got a warning signal of a green dot. but the MACD platinum still heading down. I'm just tempted to give it another day or another 12 hours at least. There's a bit of swap there I've got to deal with. I had a look at it. It was a little bit lower. I could have closed it, but I would have only made a few bucks profit. I want to try and get something more out of it. I might regret this, but sometimes you've just got to, I guess, put your balls on the line and just take a bit of a risk. Like it's just one of those things. So this might push down a little bit lower, and what's kept me in is the MACD platinum still heading down, and there's been no sort of clear push to the upside. As I said, I may regret that, but we'll see come Monday. Now, Euro Aussie. I pivoted on this. I've got a bit of profit on the tape. I'm going to sequence one is here. It started off as a buy, and I've pivoted to the sell side, which basically means I've changed my bias from buy to sell. When I got this trade here, there was hidden bearish divergence. The MACD platinum's above the zero level. So I closed, I traded my sequence one and changed it. So I'm going to the downside. Sequence two is the same, I think. Yeah, I've pivoted on that also. And sequence three is that sell trade from there. So I've got a few, just have a look here. Yeah, I've got a few break-even levels. So I've got one for sequence two, which is there. I've got one for sequence one and one for overall. So hopefully price will push down. The MAs, it's hard to see, but they're heading down. And this thing's slowly grinding down. Really need to take out these previous lows down here. Yeah, doing it tough at the moment, but we're getting there slowly. It's a grind on this pair at the moment. Talking about grinds, here's another one. Euro CAD. This thing's just, look at this, these little ranges. It's just not breaking, and these are 12-hour charts, so it's a few days there. It's just stuck in a range. So I'm in a, there's just some notes on the chart where I'll put my spreadsheet notes. Sequence one, took a buy in here, took a hedge sell, took a second buy, took a second hedge sell, and also sequence two is a sell, but going nowhere. I could probably, no, it was right on the zero level before, at least it's pushing down a little bit. Sequence two, come Monday, if we're through the zero level, I'll look at closing half out, putting a stop in place. It's a sideways pair. It's not going anywhere fast. My overall break-even's down here. Whether it hits there or not, who knows? There is Canadian news tonight, so I might give it a bit of a push. But not hold my breath, just trying to grind out a few dollars profit, and hopefully we'll clear this sequence when it comes back to the upside. Nothing to get too excited about. Euro Swiss, what we got here? We've got a sell up here, which is going well. Got a stop in place there. Took a buy in here. And we're still in a buy. Overall break even is here for both trades. We're below it at the moment. Ideally, want to be above it. Actually, I'm going to draw a trend line in here because we haven't got a hedge sell yet on that sequence two. There we go. So I'll draw this trend line across the highs here. Now, drawing trend lines, don't get too stressed. It's not an exact science. I just go across the bodies of the candle, basically. All right, the reason I've got a buy signal here, this thing's gone against me. There's a little support level here. It's holding at the moment. MACD platinum still heading down. And there's nothing to say a hedge sell. I should be taking a hedge sell on here. It's based on hidden bullish divergence, which I like. That's the buy I'm talking about. So if price does pop up, say tonight or Monday, and goes up through this trend line, I might consider taking a second buy trade just on sequence two, just to try and give it a bit of grunt. Ideally, if it pops up through there, it's going to be past my break even for both trades, but I want to try and make some profit out of it. So it's the Euro Swiss. So just giving you a bit of an idea how I'm thinking, and because the trend line just helps sometimes. Right, Euro Pound. Let's have a look here. All right, this is something I did take some action on today. I'm in two sequences. Sequence one's this ugly sell one that starts back here and involves all these trades. The good thing is they're all pretty close. Sequence two actually started on this candle here. It was a buy with the MACD platinum below the zero level. So it was a buy, hedge sell, second buy. Now, that was its break-even level, that yellow dotted line. And because we're through the zero level on the MACD Platinum, what I did this afternoon was closed out the sequence 2 initial buy, which was on this candle. Then I closed out the hedge sell on this candle. And I've closed out 0.04 on the second buy, which is on this candle, and put a stop in place. The stop is that red dotted line and edge is above my entry level. So that gave me a profit of $8.01. That's been added to the profit to date. Pushes my overall break even right up off the chart somewhere. Don't worry about that too much. I'm only long, even with all these trades on, I'm only long plus 0.02. So now I'm waiting on a new sell signal. This thing could keep on pushing up, and that's fine. It doesn't worry me. I'm not going to, there's nothing to tidy up on the charts. All I did was move the sequence 2 across because it now starts on this candle, because these other trades that were involved in sequence 2 are all a part of sequence 1. So all I can do is remove that yellow overall break-even level for sequence 2, because that's no longer in play. And this, hopefully, it pushes up through this resistance level and keeps on going. So that's just the euro pound, euro yen. Let's have a look at that. Similar to the euro Swiss, I've got a sell up here on sequence 1. It's got a stop in place. I can't lose on that. That's sweet. And I took a buy here based on hidden bullish divergence. It's gone against me, and there's still been no sell signal, no hedge sell. Again, trend line drawn across. Look, I could probably even move this trend line a bit. I could sort of just put it across here and bring it down through here. That's probably a better option, actually. So when it breaks that trend line, I could look at taking a second buy trade on sequence 2. Look at the MACDs heading down, and price is heading down. It's getting a long way from the zero level. So I might quite happy to take the risk and try and push up. It's a pair I do pretty well on. You can see the profit locked in there. Euro USD, no trades on. I've drawn trend lines in. There's a big resistance level up here. It's come down. It's coming back towards MAs, which is good. I've got a warning. I've got a green QM MACD platinum dot below the zero level, which is good. And start to draw the trend lines in, waiting for confirmation. And that, if it gets confirmed, that'll be hidden bullish divergence, which is good, which is my favourite type of divergence. Nothing there. Pound CAD. Damn. All right. This is something I took some action on at 4 p.m. I was in a sequence 1, started here. It's now here. There was a there's a sequence 1 and a sequence 2. I've closed all the sequence 1. I've just left the lines on the chart to show you where it was. I'll tidy up this chart after, but all I've got is this trade on now. I was concerned it wasn't breaking through this support level. The MACD Platinum was through the zero level, and we're through the break-even level. So when I closed sequence 1, it was just sitting on the blue line. Now it's just dropped down below it. I probably would have added $100 to my total. So what I've done is I've closed all the sequence 1 just to clear these trades, because they've been on for a while. Sequence 1 gave me, I think, $23.82 profit. And then I closed part of sequence 2, which is now sequence 1, and put a stop in place just above my entry level. Yeah, it's just up there. You can just see it. And hence, and that gave me $18.59, so it's a total of $42.41. Now this thing's on the move, and as I'm in an art about it, just going to leave it go another day. But not to be. I've got other pound pairs on, so we'll see how they go. And I've still got 0.01 on anyway, so it's not the end of the world. Profit's been added to that. I didn't start trading this pair until a bit later on, so that's why it's low on profit. Kicking myself a little bit. We're breaking through that support level. Well, that happens. You've got to make decisions at the time. All right. Pound yen, there was some action taken on this morning. All I've done is move my stop down. That's all. Moved down to 136,702, locking a little bit more profit. There is a green MACD platinum dot there, hence the grey vertical line, but this thing's just falling and falling and looking pretty good. This trend line, I could probably move that. I knew that would happen. Trend line, Jim. Hang on, let's get this done. So I'll keep on moving that trend line down. It's still valid, that possible divergence. And once it's no longer valid, I'll just remove the trend lines. But at the moment, it's still valid. But this thing's heading down, which is great. So that was just move my stop down. Pound USD, nothing happening. Again, trend lines are in place. This thing's going down, which is good for my daily charts, I hope. New Zealand CAD. This thing's going sideways. So I'm in a sell, hedge buy, second sell. And we're at my break-even level. The MACD platinum's through the 0 level, but I'm just going to sit on this one. It's a slow mover. That's just terrible. Have a look at that. 12-hour candles. That's just sideways action. New Zealand Swiss in a buy, going nowhere. Just below the entry level. Just a matter of being patient. See what happens. New Zealand USD in a buy back here. Stop in place. Again, sideways. Again, trend lines drawn in place. You can start moving around a bit. Coming back to the MAs, or the MAs are going to price. The price comes to the MAs, or the MAs goes to price normally. So USD CAD, that's a bit of a strange one. Took a buy here, got a stop in place. I think I've still got 0.02 on the buy. Took a sell a few days ago. It's going nowhere. It's gone against me, but the sell's for 0.02. So I'm actually hedged, locking in a nothing. It's hedged. It's I'm locking in a small profit. Literally, it's going nowhere. So, USD Swiss franc. It's a pain on the daily charts. It's a pain on the 12-hour charts. In one sequence, really need to push up to this yellow line to get break even. It's gone through the MACD platinum now, so I could be looking for a second sequence. Look at this hogging the MACD platinum's hogging the 0 level. Tough pair to trade. Was stuck in a range for a long time. Broke that range now. Now stuck in another range. USD Japanese yen. What have we got here? We've got a sell. There's a stop in place. I took a buy in here. It's going sideways also. Overall break even because we're net plus 0.01. As long as price stays above it, we're sweet. So I could close both trades now and be in a small profit. And this thing's just going sideways. And USD Singapore dollar. This one's another sideways thing at the moment, stuck between my break even levels. Got a few sequences happening here. You can read my notes. Sequence 1, sequence 2, sequence 3. Sequence 3, not enough to close out half even. Sequence 2, I think, is the one with the stop in place. That's a sell here. Sequence 1's a buy, hedge sell, second buy, and I've got an overall break even. It's just stuck in no man's land. Ideally, I want to see it push up towards the 50 EMA. Then I'll look at closing all trades. But in the meantime, I'm just going to sit on it. It's just, yeah. So that's it for the 12-hour charts, guys. Thanks for watching the video. If you do like the video, please hit the subscribe button, or at least hit the like button. That'd be greatly appreciated. Like I said, there's a spreadsheet. Everyone's more than welcome to check that out. The link to it's in the description of the video. Everyone's also more than welcome to join my Facebook group or my Telegram groups. I go through mainly the daily charts on them, but you're more than welcome to join them. And also, thanks to everyone that's subscribed to the YouTube channel. That's it, me for the week. I'm doing a little bit of lower time frame stuff, so I've still got an 8 p.m. candle and a 10 p.m. candle and a midnight candle. It's Friday night, so that'll keep me off the beers until at least tomorrow. In the meantime, I'll watch some football. Enjoy the weekend all. Stay safe wherever you are, and I'll chat to you on Monday. Cheers.